All right, before anyone says anything, there is something we need. Nothing. No reaction, no words. Well, you can say a little bit because you are the other guy here. But before we actually start the show, we need a greeting, Erek. Last week, it was super awkward at the start because we didn't know what to say because we don't have a greeting. So I have someone on the line ready, a caller of the show, a valued viewer who said they have a greeting for us.
Okay, let's hear it.
I want to hear. Okay, hello.
Hello.
That's a great greeting. I said to start with the greeting. What greeting do you have for us? Is it just hello?
Yeah, I guess.
Top tier greeting. Thank you very much. Hello.
Thank you so much. Do we have anyone else on the line, or is that the only one we've got?
Hello, you there? Let's hear your greeting.
Hello, this is the Sweaty Boys.
No, I hate
like
it.
that.
All right, do we have... Thank you, I appreciate that.
That one was the pits.
Do we have anyone else? I feel like, was that it? We had two people. Hello?
Oh, hey.
Hi.
I didn't come prepared with a greeting, but,
Okay.
how about... Well, I mean, like, I only just got in stream, and I'm trying to think of something off the top of my head.
I said to call in if you had a greeting so far. We
I'm a
have...
bad person!
All right, bye!
Sorry!
All right, that's it.
All right, so
that's it.
we're gonna start the show with either hello or I'm a bad person.
Oh, do we have someone else?
Somebody else?
Please.
Yeah, I'm still here.
Oh my god, thank you. Please tell me you have a saving greeting for the start of all of our shows from now on. And tell me you can mute the Twitch chat as well, or the Twitch live stream. That would be great.
Did you get it?
No, I didn't. Please, one more time.
Let's hear it.
Oh no, oh no, oh no. Hang on.
Is that it? Is that it? Oh no, oh no, oh no. Hang on. That'll captivate.
Suspense.
Okay, great. I loved it. Alexis, please, you got one more chance to captivate us here with a greeting. Go.
Did it? Oh, it didn't go through.
What?
No,
What's not going through? Are you trying to PayPal us the greeting? Like this is a transaction?
No, it's the home improvement guy going. Do you not know it? I'm so sorry. I was trying to get it to play through my tablet.
It's good. It's good. Thank you so much.
A for effort. Thank you. Well,
okay, I think out of all of those, we have to either go with the traditional hello or the no, hang on a minute.
that started exactly how I thought it was going to start, which was a complete train wreck.
I loved it. I think it ultimately still comes down to us, or maybe we try again next week and see if people can come up with something with a bit more notice.
Hey, that was still pretty good though. I like the idea of people calling in. Maybe we can just make that the segment. People call us and greet us.
Oh my god, that was hilarious. Thank you to everyone that called in. We still have not found our greeting. We also still haven't made any kind of certificate for our valued viewers. It's happening. It's on Erek. I mean, I keep reminding him every day I wake up. I'm like, Erek, you got that certificate? He says, yeah, later today. He keeps postponing. And I don't know what you're doing over there. I know Australia, but all right. Should we get on with the show?
Please move on.
I love this one so much more than the last one already.
Yeah, me too. It's got good vibes.
It's so good.
Good vibes only.
It's so good vibes only. Oh my god. All right, we're gonna start the show. We have a little bit of like an up and down one today. To start with an up or a down. Starting with a down.
A downer.
I'm sick of it, Erek. I am.
What are you sick of?
Done with it, Erek. We haven't talked about anything gaming related yet, but there's something that's really bothering me within the gaming space, and I just need to air my grievances with you right now and get your input on it.
Okay.
I am sick and tired of all these Nintendo Switch Pro videos on YouTube.
Tell me why.
I'm not playing this up. I'm not making a bit. A few months ago, I made a video all about the Nintendo Switch Pro and the hard evidence that one was coming very soon. But since then, there's been no word. Nothing's really happened in the gaming space. And yet, every single day I wake up and see my sub feed, see my recommendeds, and there's all these videos about the Switch Pro, Switch Pro, Switch Pro, Switch Pro. To start with, Eric, who called it Switch Pro? Might have been me, but they're not calling it Switch Pro. They're going to call it like Super Switch, or what do you think?
Well, okay, think of it this way. When Nintendo came out with the Wii in 2006, 2005,
Yeah, absolutely.
that was great. That was a trendsetter name, Wii.
Yeah.
Wii.
But you know what was better than that?
Wii U.
Wii
So
U.
we're going to call it the Switch U.
I love it.
Or the Nintendo Light Switch, as I think our intern may have suggested.
I don't know what they're going to call it, but they're probably not going to take PlayStation's Pro from the PlayStation 4 Pro. But everyone has just like latched onto this Nintendo Switch Pro. They eat up the content like there's no tomorrow. People say they're sick of it, but then they watch it anyway. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to set some guidelines right now from the internet. As the Nintendo authority, used to work with Nintendo, not so much anymore. But I am, know, one of, some might even say the largest Nintendo Switch focused channel. So I think I could come in here with a little bit of weight and kind of set some rules and set some guidelines.
Okay, lay it on me. Let's
So if you're a YouTube content creator and you want to make a video about the Nintendo Switch Pro, here's what you got to do. Stop.
That went exactly how I thought it was going to go.
Nowhere else to go.
Look,
Oh my god.
look to piggyback on that. I'm all for it. It's fine. I don't care. I mean, I can consume it. I'll play it. Whatever.
Yeah,
but I ain't making no videos about it.
The thing is, if it actually happens, it's great. But let's just stop talking about it. Let's just wait until Nintendo actually gives it to us. I don't need a billion rumors. We all know it's going to happen one way or another. We've seen the proof. I laid down the proof. We don't need more proof. Just let it happen. Let's stop talking about it. Because knowing Nintendo, they'll end up just getting like a weird mindset and decide, oh, screw them. I won't do it. We won't do it then. Yeah, we won't do it. Just like how they took Mario away. Did you hear about that?
Yes, I did. Yeah, Mario is leaving the eShop next week.
Yeah, the Mario 3D World. And yeah, they said that from the start, that they were going to remove Mario 3D World from, like, in March. But you would think, after COVID, after a year of, like, little to no releases, their last real game was Animal Crossing. You would think at the very least, they would extend it until they put out something else for people to play.
I mean, to be fair, they have just released new Super Mario 3D World for the Switch, which I am loving. I beat the game. I'm on to Bowser's Fury now.
Yeah.
But I love that game. I don't mind going back to old stuff. It's all good. But yeah, Animal Crossing, last year. Time for something new.
Bowser's Fury was really good. I didn't appreciate it enough while I was playing it. Kim really liked it. I thought it was okay. But then a lot of people pointed out a lot of things that I missed. Like, did you notice that it was kind of just like one big playground, which hasn't really happened before in a Mario game, as far as if you want to get to the next part of the world or the next level, you just have to get there. And then it comes up on the screen with like, now you're in this part of the game. Now you're in this level. You know what I mean? In previous Mario games, even Mario Odyssey, you still had load screens to get to the next level. And yeah, this is just like a little snippet of what is possible. I mean, it's just one little playground, but imagine a Mario game like the next Mario Odyssey having no load screens and being this massive connected world where you just walk to the next level, kind of like Breath of the Wild.
I think that's really clever, and it kind of almost harkens back to Super Mario Sunshine to me. I mean, because
a little bit,
the shine. So I think it's a really clever idea. I knew nothing about Bowser's Fury when I started playing it the other day, and I was like, oh, this is cool, just as a post game thing. But it's actually really fun, quite clever. I love how they've done it. Yeah, open world. Maybe, fingers crossed, we'll see what the new Mario installment is. But yeah, definitely, that's a no-go. Nintendo taking down the All-Star Collection.
Yeah, no-go. No, we won't stand for it here at the Everything's Taken podcast with Wood and Eric. You tell them right now, our lawyers will be coming after them with the full force of the fist bump.
Fist bumps only.
This is why you buy physically. I'm just putting that out there. This is why you buy physically. Okay, this is all on you. You got this. You go.
Okay. So we had a look. You and I, we were talking about some things what we were going to do, fill in this spot. Again, as per usual, everything has fallen out from under us. So we're going to leave it up to the internet to tell us what to do.
I want to say that I did have a very special guest plan that I was going to surprise you with, and it's hard to book them. They're very busy in an active entertainer space. I don't want to give away too much, but I've managed to rope in an actual celebrity who has agreed to come on the cast. This is like triple A level stuff, but he was busy this week, and I'm hoping to get him on next week. So we do have to roll around to Plan B, but I'm very excited to introduce you to this person. I think you're going to get a kick out of it.
Yeah, so look, for what it's worth, he was busy hemming his pants.
Yes, he was. Well, that's yeah, okay.
Hey, that's pretty clever.
That was really clever, but you gave it away. All right, what? Go on.
Okay, so anyway, intern, we gave you a link earlier. We're gonna tee up a brand new topic.
It's a brand new show.
It's a brand new thing. I wrote a jingle for it literally 45 minutes ago.
By brand new, we mean we scraped together something for this part of the show because the celebrity fell through.
Pretty much. So
intern,
so the intern's gonna take this one away.
But before you do, intern, we made a little jingle for this bad boy.
Oh yeah.
Randomly generated, baby. Randomly generated, baby.
Oh yeah.
I went to get a coffee and left you two at the helm to make that jingle, and I came back and I got some Ron Johnson style. That was his name, right?
Ron Jeremy
style jingle that I did not ask for, but I kind of love it.
This is what you want from me. You want just like a funky slap bass tune, and then with our intern, you get this Ferris Bueller Kool-Aid guy busting through the wall kind of voice. Yeah.
From now on, I'll do the singing. How about that? So in this part, we have randomly generated topics. This again was a thrown together idea and might fail. The intern is on a website called Randomly Generated Podcast Topics. He's gonna hit go and give us the first one he sees, and we're gonna try and make this next part about whatever that topic is. Intern, what have you got for us?
What is the most useful thing that you own?
I already have an answer. Do you want me to go first?
Yes, go first.
The most useful thing I own, and it's so stereotypical of me that I hate myself for it, but it is my Switch. It is so incredibly useful for so many reasons. One, let me just plug the Switch in general, like everyone doesn't already know how awesome this thing is. I can play a wide variety of thousands of kinds of video games, from the newest releases to AAA titles that somehow cram their way onto the console, to the indie games that blew up and took over the console's eShop, so much to the point where Nintendo didn't even bother with the Virtual Console because there's so many amazing indies crushing the marketplace. It's my go-to console for gaming. I love it, whether I'm in bed, whether I'm playing on my TV, whether I'm out of the house. It's amazing. But on top of that, outside of my hobby, which is gaming, it's also my career. It's also my job. I need the Switch for almost everything I do online. It is the most crucial tool. So many of my videos are encased, surrounded, built around the Switch in some way or another, whether I'm running off with a completely different idea or literally playing a Switch game. That's my job. So I would say the Switch is my most useful tool.
So because you make the Nintendo Switch your career,
my God, no. Go on.
Some would say that you're a Switch Pro.
I love you. That was a good one.
Okay.
That was a really good one. You tied it back in. I appreciate it.
Okay. I'm just trying to make everything all.
No, it was really good. Yeah, you tied it up in a neat little bow.
Look, okay, I have several things that I would deem as useful. Like a lot of my music equipment is useful. I mean, that's fine. I mean, I'll bring it into frame here.
Yeah, let's get a
My good old trusty pink bass.
You gotta
I
love
this thing.
guitars. Yep.
This thing is so good. I love it. But it's not my most useful thing, but it's probably my second most useful. Boy, it looks good. Sounds
I
good,
honestly
too.
don't know where we would be without our guitars, honestly. It's my
I know.
therapy.
Honestly, so lucky we have you playing guitar.
Yeah. Do you want to do a duet? Maybe right now I could plug the guitar in. We could crack out a little bit of Journey if you wanted.
I don't really want you to show off.
Yeah, okay, good point. Good point. It's probably incredibly out of tune anyway.
Probably. My most useful thing is something that we bought last year because where our living arrangement was, we were living next to a cafe.
Mhm.
So how it was working, my 9 to 5 was working at a.
Do they sell cinnamon scrolls? I don't want to,
No, they don't actually.
Okay,
so
well,
it's fine.
Okay.
So our apartment was located above where my 9 to 5 was, which was a computer and phone repair shop. So people would come in, I would fix their iPhones, computers, iPads, etc. Above that was my old recording studio location. I had a commercial recording studio which I closed last year.
Must be oh well, that's not nice.
Yeah, it's not too nice.
Sorry, I forgot that closed.
Which is why all my stuff is now gathered in my in-laws' garage. But it's fine; nobody needs to know. But now everybody knows.
You'll get it back. You'll get it back.
Yeah, we'll get there.
You are incredible with what you do. I don't want to interrupt your story, but what you do on a dime when you create these jingles, you actually make me sound good. You are extremely talented. I don't want to blow smoke up your butt over there, and believe me, I don't want to have a poop joke again this week, but you are incredibly talented, and you are getting that studio back.
Thank you. Yeah, one day. Beneath the studio and next door to the phone repair shop was a cafe. And out of convenience, of course, when, if you're working in proximity to like a fast food place, you're always there for lunch. We noticed that we were spending so much money on coffee every day. So it'd be like $5 for a large latte or something like that, which I would normally get. And then you add on your extra little treat, not necessarily a cinnamon scroll, but, like a sandwich or something like that. And the money piling together was astronomical. So I said, you know what, let's just bite the bullet. We'll spend $500 on a coffee machine.
Ooh.
I use it every day.
What kind of coffee machine?
It is a Sunbeam Barista Max.
Now you are talking my language. Now, we talking grinding the beans up top?
Yep, it's got the grinder up top.
Baby. Can I wait, hold on. Can I get the
Oh yeah.
Sorry, they were speaking my language. I have one of those as well.
Yeah, it's really good. It's really convenient. I consume a lot of coffee.
I
dropped
so
milk.
much.
I dropped milk out of my coffee because it's pretty fatty, and if you're consuming a lot, builds up. So my slender figure is now thanks to the ice long blacks or ice black coffee that I drink 24/7 now. All thanks to my coffee machine.
I have a coffee machine that I absolutely love, and I could go on a tangent about that, and I will another time. But you reminded me just then saying how you dropped milk from your coffee. If I was to drop a liquid from my coffee, it would be cream. Because here in the United States of America, where I live, I don't know if you know that, we've talked about it a few times, they do like half and half in cream. They don't put milk in their coffee, like not traditionally anyway. And that reminded me of a story. Last time I flew to Australia, and I guess I've been here a long time, because I sat on the plane and the flight attendant comes up, and he's very fair dinkum Aussie. He comes up to me, the whole, "G'day, mate. What can I get you? Would you like a coffee or maybe a water?" And I was like, I'd love a coffee, actually. A coffee would be great. He's like, "No worries, mate. You got it." Gives me the coffee, and then he goes, "Would you like anything for it?" And I asked, "Do you have any cream?" Because I'm on a flight. Anyway, here's what he looks at me and he goes, "Oh, sorry, mate. You're headed to Australia. You're going to want milk." And I was like, "Oh, yeah, I'll get some milk." Very rude already, but he starts pouring the milk, and then he goes, "You ain't going to like Australia, mate."
No way.
Yes. I had so many issues with this. The rest of the flight, I was so mad. Like every time he'd walk past, I'd glare at him. And like, I went through all these scenarios with Kim. I was like, to start with, what a bad representation of my country. We're flying there. This could be my first time. Clearly he thinks I'm American now. And he's telling me I'm not going to like the country that I'm going to. What kind of welcome is that from the happy, cheery, beer drinking Australians I've been told about? But also, I'm leaving from America. It's not so crazy to think that maybe there would be cream on the flight for the Americans.
That's very true. And you know what? That's funny you say that because you've obviously come into contact with people thinking that you're from somewhere different. Because I mean, I can tell you, your accent has changed.
I get that a lot. Yeah,
Yeah, and people supposedly tell me that mine has changed as well.
I don't.
I don't think I have a real definitive accent. I grew up
No,
in
you're still very American in my
yeah,
opinion.
my American accent is very strong. I grew up in Pennsylvania, Pottsville, Pennsylvania, that kind of like regional coal region,
Love it.
Pennsylvania.
Love it. Yeah, great weather.
And then if anybody around that area drinks
Oh,
Yingling beer,
delicious.
that's where I went to high school. But then I moved up to upstate New York, near Syracuse. And it's funny, my last time when we went back for Christmas in 2018, I was getting my hair cut, a nice wig chop, which I need right now, the day before we were flying out. And I was in this little barber shop in Central Square. Shout out to anybody who lives in there. Probably not anybody watching.
Oh,
or
thousands of listeners right now. Hey,
hey, the guy was like, "So where are you from?" And I was like, "Oh yeah, actually from Central Square. That's my hometown." He's like, "Really? I thought you were British." And I'm like, "Are you kidding me?" The amount of people that have said that I'm British, like Scottish,
No,
Irish, I get
no.
Canadian quite a lot.
No.
I don't know. So I understand what you're saying about the accent thing.
Yeah,
It doesn't make any sense.
It was weird too, because that was just the first time I went home after being here for 5 years. But there was a time after I traveled America for 3 months, I went back home, and then I had to get my tires rotated and changed on my car. And I went into the place that does that, whatever those places are called, tire rotating, but mechanic.
mechanic?
Probably a mechanic. Yeah. My dad was one. I probably should remember. I went in and I was like, I thought pretty Australian. Like, hey, may I need to get my tires rotated and changed? And he looked at me and went, a Yank, are you? I was like,
What?
I don't think you're allowed to say that, are you? But also, no, I'm not. But apparently, and I got that a lot on my return. I guess I just pick up accents really easily. And if you go back to my old videos, you can tell my accent has changed a lot.
This is really funny, and maybe kind of on topic. The last time I remember driving with you in your red car, what was it? Like
it was a 94 or 5 Celica. It had pop-up lights, and I thought I was the bee's knees.
Dude, you scared the absolute.
What was I driving fast?
You were no, you weren't driving fast. You're like, check this out. You literally turn the key and take the whole ignition barrel out of the car. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
I was like, dude, the car is not going to be able to stop.
That car was falling apart. You should have seen the car before it. I had an 86 Celica. I bought specifically Celicas for some reason. And this
Total
Celica,
garbage.
I was trying. Oh no, they're great cars. I just put them through the ringer, my guy. When I got that red one from my uncle initially, it was in great shape. I drove it into the ground. When I eventually left America after having that car for like 3 years, when it was in perfect condition initially, I gave it to my friend Chris, if you remember Chris. He said
Yes.
it lasted about a week and a half before it refused to move again.
Oh.
But my Celica before that, I was trying to show off to my friend, and I was seeing how fast I could get in this thing, and I was pelting down this street. And by the way, don't speed. I was like 17, 18, really dumb kid. But I hit this roundabout, and I tried to like correct the steer, but I was going too fast, and I slammed so hard into the curb that a huge chunk of the cement went flying, and the entire front axle was bent and crammed to the right. So every time I would drive the car after that, I'd have to hold the steering wheel out to the right just to get it to go straight.
That's really bad.
If you thought yours was bad getting in my car and seeing the ignition come out, you should have seen anyone else getting into my car watching me drive in a straight line.
Hey, just go straight. Okay, you're like your
I
whole
couldn't
body's
I
contorted.
couldn't take hard right turns because the wheels couldn't go that fast, or if I wanted to get somewhere that was right, I had to turn left like 3 or 4 times.
It's really funny because I thought that my first car was a Saturn SL2, a 1996 Saturn. It was my grandmother's car, which was passed down. And I thought it was bad that I didn't have a cassette player, so all I had was FM. But at least I could go straight.
I miss having a cassette or a CD player. You know what's funny, Eric?
What's funny?
I'm only just realizing that we started this with the randomly generated topic. I actually completely forgot.
I told you that this was going to be a great thing because there's so many.
I thought for sure this was gonna fail.
No way.
What was even the question? I've forgotten.
The most useful thing. And yours was the Switch, mine was the coffee machine, and we went on this tangent.
The cream,
and here we are.
Somehow on cars. That was great. And I could keep going, but we got a show to do.
Come on, let's move on.
We got to bring this back. I want to do this again. Anytime anything falls through, anything fails, any idea we have that doesn't pan out on the day, we're doing randomly generated topics because I love that.
Oh, yeah. Come on, let's get the intern and say, oh, yeah.
Can we get?
Yeah.
All right. I love it, boys. Let's keep going.
Okay.
Okay. All right.
So, Wood, I've got a bit of a Debbie Downer story to tell
Yeah,
you.
I know. I had my Debbie Downer. Didn't really go anywhere. Let's hope yours does a little better than mine.
Okay, so obviously we're really invested into this show. You know, physically, mentally,
Emotionally, financially.
emotionally.
Oh God, timely. What's the? How do you do time in that?
Time, I don't know. Time, literally, I'm spending so many days of my week actually.
It's a
invested
stupid
into
amount
this.
of time. It's a lot of time.
So, in order to, for anybody watching, they've noticed that I've changed my setup. My backdrop looks different.
Yeah,
I'm
I
coming
love it now.
across
Mm.
in HD. So
Yeah.
it sounds good. But I still have a little bit of qualm. I still have a qualm,
Yeah.
a concern with my audio. It doesn't
Oh.
sound too great because it's going through the internet. So I wanted to get a piece of gear
Don't you hate that?
that would allow me to eliminate the construction behind me, the dogs barking,
Oh,
the
that would be good.
residential.
That'd be great.
You know, that would be great.
Hmm.
You know, what a thing.
What?
So I posted on Facebook, right?
Okay.
No, let me backtrack. I bought a piece of gear. I read it online in the middle of the night. I was like, okay, this is exactly what I want. Shows up 3 days later,
Oh, that's fast for Australia.
and it's no, you know, I'm paraphrasing here. It was
Okay.
actually like
It was actually
it
like a
was
week
9
and a
days.
half. Okay. Yeah. Cool.
It was, yeah. So it shows up. It's the completely wrong thing, completely different model number. I'm like, what is wrong with me? Like, I need to check my prescription. So it's completely wrong item. So I'm
Oh,
like,
no.
all right, I'll get that returned.
Okay.
And while I'm waiting for the return slip, I'll post on Facebook and all the Australian music buy, sell, and swap Facebook pages, of course, which is where they're really handy.
To
I'm
try
actually
and to try and get
Yeah,
the
to
right
try and-
thing.
try and get the right thing. I'm actually quite a high rated seller,
Oh,
which is
go
good.
on.
So
how
I've got-
many
I've got-
star points? What is it on Facebook?
I've got 5 stars.
Ooh.
I've got like friendly, efficient,
Oh, nice.
affordable.
How many
you know what I
reviews
mean?
we talking? You up there in the 50s, the hundreds?
I'd probably say maybe 10. There's not reviews. They're just like
Yeah, but
buzzwords. That you can...
that's 10 people with good, solid reviews. You're doing well.
Yeah. So I thought I would put a thing out there. Be like, hey, I'm chasing this particular unit. The actual unit is called a DBX 286S.
Mhm.
Basically, what it is just a piece of gear that's going to make me sound better. Cut out all the background noise.
I'd love
It's
that.
the be all end all of audio gear.
Nice.
It's gonna make me sound great.
You're gonna make me sound horrible.
No, actually, I'd probably be on par with you because
Oh.
you know you're getting my audio through an exchange.
I'm
so-
getting the crisp straight to DVD audio, while you're getting the Netflix
Like-
account that couldn't fork out for the HD. No
The,
Dolby Atmos from you, my friend.
the scratched laser disc.
The
audio,
scratched
that's what you're
laser
getting from
disc.
me.
I'm getting this. We'll go straight to Blu-ray for me.
So anyway, I'm carrying on here. So I get a message from a guy. He's like, "Hey, I have a unit. Are
Ooh.
you interested in buying it?" So I'm like, "Yes, of course. Can you send me some photos of the front and back so I can make sure the model number's right, the
Of his
outputs
unit?
and the inputs are
The
right?"
front and back
Yep,
of his unit.
so I got some photos of his unit,
Great.
front and back. And
Usually you don't have to ask for those. You just kind of get them
No, I
in your
know.
DMs middle of the night on
unsolicited.
Twitter, 2 a.m.
Um,
Here's my unit.
so-
Sorry.
Why is this-
Because you said I
I know.
messaged a guy about his unit and I couldn't help it.
Get your head out of the gutter.
I'm sorry,
Um,
it's in there.
So I get this guy's bank details. I transfer him the money. He's like, great. And I told him I needed express posted because I
Perfect.
want it here for us to do on the show today.
I
So
love it.
technically, I should be using this thing right now,
Okay, are you? You sound great.
but I'm not. But I'm not.
Oh no.
And here's the problem: I got scammed on Facebook.
Oh no, who would have thunk it? Not the man with 10 5-star reviews.
Not me.
Of all the people to get got.
Here's yeah. I got getted. That's what happened.
No.
So yeah, I transferred the guy the money, and I'm blocked now.
You're
So
blocked?
I cannot see anything. The guy blocked me.
No, you oh no.
Yeah,
So-
I've been had.
Did you message him before he whoa, yo, back up here. So you paid him for
Yep.
for his unit.
Yes.
And at what point did you realize that the said unit you received a picture of wasn't going to rock up at your door?
Okay, so this all happened on Friday night. He sent me the message. He's like, "Hey, I have this unit for sale." I was like, "Cool, let me see
Great.
photos." So I sent him the money. He gives me the bank details, and I was like, "Can you give me the express post details tomorrow morning?" He's like, "Yep, I will." And then he stopped replying after 10 p.m. I'm like, "Okay, sure." He's going to bed.
Yeah,
Fine.
absolutely. Him and his
then
unit.
I messaged, and then yeah, after I've seen his unit, and so the next morning comes. I'm like, "Hey, can you send me the details?" You can see the message has been sent, but there's no replies.
Oh no.
And then four messages 2 days later, it's like, and then the last message that I sent was like, I'm pretty certain that this is a scam, so I'm going to have to forward this to the respective authorities. So then I report,
and then you got the block.
I report the guy on Facebook, then I get blocked. So here's the real doozy.
Okay.
I called my bank, essentially because the nature of the transaction, there's nothing that can be done. So essentially, I've lost my money. The only thing I can do is report it to cybercrimes, which they're not going to do anything.
Cybercrimes.
So because of this program, I've lost money. Gosh darn it!
What's cybercrimes? Is it a bunch of? I'm just picturing internet hackers sat there with their power gloves and big shades.
It's like they're typing on the keyboard, like, "I'm in."
Hello, cybercrime.
I'm in the mainframe. No, it's a website. It's called like cyber.gov.au. I've taken screenshots of the thing, but it's not gonna. Nothing's gonna happen. I just have to eat the money that I spent.
Oh,
so it is what it is.
I'm so sorry. So there's literally no chance of this unit rocking up at your front door.
No, zero chance. So now I have to go and source something else and dig an even bigger hole to try and.
There's usually a layer of protection on these things. eBay, Facebook, Craigslist is usually a way. Eric, my guy, from now on, send half. Send half. When a guy sends a nice, crisp photo of his unit and you're interested, you send half up front and then you wait till you get the rest of the whole unit until you send the other half.
Here's the red flag, though, because he messaged me. He's like, "Hey, I have a unit for sale." I'm like, "Hey, what's your PayPal details?" And he says to me,
Eric.
he's like, "I can't use my PayPal account right now because I recently got scammed." And I'm thinking, okay, fair enough.
No.
This is me being
You poor, sweet, innocent man.
And you know what? I'm really not sweet and innocent. I'm really unforgiving of people, and I'm really just not that kind of guy.
Yeah.
But I was feeling friendly. I had a good day Friday, so I was like, you know what? I'm gonna trust this random stranger on the internet to deliver his unit to me.
I'm sorry. So what's next? What's now?
So what's next? I'm just gonna have to source something else. So it is what it is.
It's just a wash.
But
Mm.
but the other part I have of this is there is some good that comes out of the internet.
Okay.
And there is some good that comes out of the internet. And specifically, obviously, you and I met through the internet. We're really good friends.
Yeah, that was pretty good.
We have our show.
Cat pictures.
There's a lot of friends that watch the show.
Dog pictures.
Our pictures? What?
No, I was just cat pictures, dog pictures. They're pretty good. You get them online. Those are part of the internet.
Yeah. There's lots of good things. There's lots of good pictures. One of our valued viewers from the show was a friend of mine in high school. Funnily enough.
I don't know where you're going with this.
Yeah. So I got a message after we did our first episode. Somebody messaged me on Instagram. The guy's name is Eddie. We went to high school together. We were in a band together. So we spent a lot of time together writing music, playing shows. He reached out to me. He was like, "Hey, I'm actually a watcher of woods. I'm a fan of wood." He and I had a falling out, over 10 years ago, just over a dispute over a band. Doesn't matter. It's water under the bridge.
Yeah.
But he reached out to me after seeing me on your show or our show. And so essentially I've reconnected with him.
Whoa.
Thanks to the show. And it's just this really good feel-good story to cap off this internet segment.
So
if you want,
he watched me. So he watched me, and then he just saw you appear, and he was like, "I know that guy. We used to fight."
No, not fight. There was a disagreement about like band.
I know. But you know what I mean? Is that how it happened?
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
Wow.
We went to high school. We played in a band. It was great. We had a lot of great memories. And that period of time was like well over 10 years ago. And it's one of those things you think back. It's like, oh man, what's that guy doing? So I get a message out of the blue, and there you go. So if you want to bring up a photo.
Oh, I got it. It's on the screen right now.
Oh, okay. So on the left is him and I playing. I couldn't find a photo. I'm sure there was some on MySpace.
If you're watching at home, Eric will tweet this out as well. You can go and look at the Twitter.
Yeah, I will. So it was a photo of him and I playing. I played bass in the band, and he played guitar. And on the right is one of my more recent videos from my YouTube channel. I had him on playing guitar and me playing bass. So that's kind of our side by side 10 years later. So it's a good feel good story.
Wait, so he was
Um,
even in a video recently?
Yeah, I had him play guitar in my
Huh.
most recent video that's out. So that's a good feel
Wow.
good story. We reconnected. We're friends again.
Well, you're
It's great.
welcome. Now I don't feel so bad about costing you $200 because, hey, a friendship is priceless.
That's exactly right.
And we've also learned a very valuable lesson.
Use PayPal.
Use PayPal, and if you want a picture of a man's unit, use OnlyFans.
What?
All right. I have been excited to get to this part of the show all day. It's Eric, we have loose ends.
Oh yeah, we do. I'm really excited.
I'm excited too. I mean, let me put this out. I hate having loose ends. You know, I don't enjoy loose ends. I don't intentionally put something out there to forget about it and then try and tie up that loose end later. I'm very efficient. I like to tie my ends while they're tight. I don't like to let them get loose.
You're not calling me out about the value of your form and me not getting the certificates printed, are you?
Look, no, but let's have a conversation. No,
Okay.
We have two loose ends. The first loose end is something that I hope you've forgotten about because you were very anxious about this last week. You came to the show with a travesty.
I did.
There was a cafe near you that sold cinnamon scrolls. Eric.
Yes. Yes.
It has been... Okay, actually, you know what? Let's cut back to refresh the audience at home the situation.
Okay, let's do it. The local cafe was running a competition for the best joke to win a cinnamon scroll.
Did you win?
I never got.
Oh, no.
They never reached out to me. There was only like 2 other comments.
Wait. Who won?
I don't know. They never announced the winner. They never did anything.
What? It's been an extra week. We've given them a whole extra week to pick a winner. Eric, have they picked a winner?
I am pleased to say they have not, so we need to call them.
I am going to call them and get to the bottom of this because I am looking at their Instagram right now, and I can put a picture of this on Twitter as well. There is only 5 comments on this post, and 3 of them are jokes, and yours is by far the winner. It has been 2 weeks, and they haven't announced a winner.
It's time. It's time to get to the bottom of this.
Okay, I'm getting to the bottom of it. Eric, stay silent. I don't know if your audio comes through here.
That's fine. You take the reins on this one.
Cockatoo, Ben speaking.
G'day, how are you?
Hello. Yeah, good. How can I help?
Yeah, so I'm actually a big fan of your cinnamon scrolls, and I was just wondering, I was on the Instagram page, and I'm seeing these delicious cinnamon scrolls.
Sorry, the line's really bad.
Oh,
It's
really?
breaking in and out a bit.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Can you hear me clearly?
Yeah, I can hear you. Can you hear me now? Hello?
Look, I've got a mobile in my pocket. I'll give you a call from the mobile and just see if that's any better.
Okay, give it a go.
I've got your number on the phone here, so I'll give you a call.
Yeah, and okay, I appreciate that. Thank you.
Okay, bye.
We're about to cost this man so much in international charges.
Oh no. Hopefully he calls or connects, right?
Yeah, I don't know if it's going to connect because there's like a whole internet code thing. What I'll do is I'll give him a couple seconds and then I'll call up again and I'll just see if the line is better. We are calling cross country. So
Cockatoo, Ben speaking.
G'day, sorry, it's me again. Can you hear me a little clearer now?
Oh, jeez, I can't actually. What was your number? Sorry, I couldn't actually pull it from the phone.
Oh, I'm so sorry. Let me try calling you on a different number.
Do you want to, if I give you a mobile number, do you want to give me a call on that? I'm not sure if it's the phone or at your end.
It's okay. I really want to get to the bottom of this.
I know, me too. That's all right. We may have to get to the bottom of this at a later date and time.
I want it now, Eric. And I know we have to pause a little bit just to think about how we could possibly call. My phone is disconnecting. That's no good.
Don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if there's a way. Is this going to be a loose end that continues?
I think it's going to have to be a loose end. I think this is a segment that you and I are going to have to do.
Okay.
Maybe even off air.
Okay. We'll figure it out. The loose end stays loose.
Nice.
I hate that. But Eric, we do have one more loose end we can try and get to the bottom of and at least get some closure here at the end of the show.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Eric, last week we had a shocking discovery, and it went a little something like this. But I bought $400 worth of stuff from Stefano and paid $100. Eric, I never paid Stefano. I took almost $500 worth of stuff out of it. I robbed that man. That was in regards to Stefano, who I bought a bunch of stuff from him like 8 years ago for $100, and I never paid him. And I realized while we were doing the show that I still owed him the money.
Not good.
I feel dirty, Eric. I feel bad, and I need, of all the loose ends, this is my loose end, and I need my loose end tight like a tiger by the end of this show. Thankfully, we called Stefano during the week, and that went like this. Stefano!
Hey!
Long time no speak.
Oh my God, such a long time. What, like 5, 6, 7 years? How long has it been?
It's been since you started YouTube.
Okay, so a long time. Let's not go back that far. I'm really happy you came on the show. Thank you so much. I have to ask before we get into it, did you watch the episode last week?
I watched the first episode that you guys did, so I'm not sure if it was last week's episode or not.
Okay, I don't think you've seen it. In that case, Stefano, why do you think we would be calling you and having you on the show? Other than just to catch up with an old friend, is there anything you could possibly think of?
Any ideas?
Was it in relation to PAX?
It was in relation to that general weekend. When you think of like me and maybe Australian currency, does anything spring to mind? Maybe any resentments you may have been holding on to for the last 8 years?
Is that in regards to the games that you got off me?
Yeah, maybe.
That you never paid me for.
Oh, no way.
Yeah, it might be that. It might be. I'm so sorry.
Do you know the value of those games have gone up quite a lot since you purchased them?
Yeah, so maybe there might be some interest tacked on here to the...
Oh my God, I am dying. I didn't expect you to get it straight up.
Oh my God, Stefano. Why did you never bring it up? Why did you never tell me?
At the end of the day, we're friends. Obviously, you went off to America. I thought you'd come back to Australia one day.
I ran away.
We'd catch up. But you just took off to America and you never came back.
I hopped countries. I just tried to avoid that $100 as much as possible. Stefano, I'm so sorry. I really did forget. I don't know how. And I can't believe you never brought it up.
I knew we'd cross paths one day again anyway, so I said, well, we'll catch up.
Hey, Stefano, I'm pretty sure I paid you, right?
Yeah, you did. And
my
Chris
God.
did too.
Okay, all right. Let's not label everyone who did pay. Look, Stefano, thanks for coming on the show. See you later. No, I do have to pay you. I owe you 100, but you're right. With interest, what do you think is fair at this point?
Look, to be honest, 100's fine on my end. At the end of the day, we did the deal. Nah.
150? Call it 150? Is that fair?
Is that US or Australian dollars?
Look, okay, all right. How about this? Since I hopped countries, I will pay you 100 US, which means you'll probably get somewhere closer to like 125, 130 Australian. How's that sound?
That sounds good, mate.
All right.
All good on my end.
Give me your PayPal. You have PayPal, right?
Yeah.
Okay, give me your PayPal. I'm very excited to settle this almost decade-long debt that I've had hanging over my head. Thank you so much for coming on the show, Stefano. Hey, I miss you. Let's catch up. Let's talk later on.
Yeah, sounds good. You guys enjoy your show, and thanks for having me on.
Yeah,
You're a
will do.
legend.
Thank you, Stefano.
Talk to you soon. Bye. I can't believe it.
How good is that?
He's such a legend. I love him. I actually had to cut out like a minute of him just ranting and raving about how proud of me he is after everything that I've like built up and telling us his story. And I just love that guy. I miss him. That's so funny.
I'm really disappointed you cut out the part where he was like, man, that Erek guy, he's so handsome. Like, he's so funny and charming. But I mean, time's sake, I get it.
I can't even pretend that happened for you, my guy. No, yeah, that happened. I'm so glad we could tie up that loose end. I'm really happy. At least that end has been tied. And the very, very loose, lubricated end, as some might, a cinnamon cream cheese lubricated scroll end is still left out in the wind, flapping in the breeze. I'm saying I tied up my loose end, but we still have yours. I am getting you that cinnamon scroll, so help me Lord. You are getting a free scroll, Erek, by next week.
Okay. All right, well, if you're guaranteeing that...
I'm guaranteeing I'll figure it out during the week, and we'll get to it. We'll tie up that end next week, because at that point, they've had 3 weeks to figure it out. That's almost a dang month. It's one scroll. What's taking you so long?
Gosh darn it. I mean, I could go buy one, but that's not the
point. No. You are not buying a scroll in that store until you've had one for free. That is my guarantee.
I'm putting my foot down.
All right. I had a great show, Erek.
Yeah, me too.
All right. I'll see you next week.
Fist bumps only.
Fist bumps only. Hey, at least we have our outro.
Hey, that works.
Now we just need our intro.
We'll see you next week.